Today I will share with you the most important stats and conclusions from Stack Overflow 2025 Developer Survey. I'm Jan Flick. I've led complex engineering teams where one small change could break anything. Now I'm building tools that use AI to make software development predictable again. Subscribe for real-world lessons on using AI without losing control. Now let's dive into the stats. AI tools are mainstream, but confidence is failing. 84% of respondents already use or plan to use AI tools. Yet only 33% trust AI outputs. Why it matters? Teams are already past the adoption phase. They are now in evaluation phase. The friction has shifted from should we use AI to should we trust what it gives us. Implications for mid-sized teams? When considering AI tools at organizational level, consider not only the speed gains but also quality. Speed is good in early phases like prototyping, but large projects rely more on avoiding regression and isolated changes. So next performance frontier isn't more generation, is traceable reliability. Knowing where each AI suggestion came from and what requirement it serves. AI agents makes individuals faster, but teams slower. 69% report higher personal productivity from AI agents, but only 17% see improvement in team collaboration. Everyone codes faster with AI, but merge queues explode. Why it matters? When acceleration isn't coordinated, integration becomes the bottleneck. Individual speed turns into collective misalignment. What are the implications for large software teams? Past 20 people, informal syncs fails. Each developer's AI moves slightly different and lose coherence. Each engineer having multiple agents, causing team virtually grow and creates even more misalignment. On the other hand, increased productivity can mean that large teams are not needed anymore. Less people with AI agents can deliver the same result without need of large team. But the hidden assumption is that we'll try to achieve the same level of goals. With better productivity, we can expect bigger goals, so why should we shrink teams when we can have both? High throughput multiplied by broad team. Regardless of which direction will actually happen, it looks like the real productivity comes from shared understanding, not faster typing. Almost right AI code creates invisible rework. 66% said that the biggest frustration is AI code that is almost right, and 45% said debugging it takes longer than writing it manually. Why it matters? AI doesn't make obvious errors. It makes convincing ones. Those slips through reviews and blowing up in staging. Mid-sized teams spend more time verifying AI intents than correcting syntax. Corner cases verification becomes even more important. Debugging other codes is always more difficult than debugging its own. That often requires the traces of why things were implemented that way, something that was often called tribal knowledge. You can't manage that with better prompts. You need explainable links showing why the change exists and why the impacts. AI performance collapses as system complexity increases. Less than 5% people said AI performs well on complex tasks, and 39% rated it bad or very poorly. AI handles isolated problems, not interconnected systems. The more dependencies, the less reliable it becomes. However, with teams over 20 engineers, systems are rarely simple. There are often complex systems with a lot of legacy code that looks suboptimal at the first sight. Mid-sized teams live right in the complexity trap. Local assistance works, system-level reasoning doesn't. The future lies in system context modeling, giving AI awareness of the architecture it operates in. Accuracy and security anxiety limit adoption of AI. 87% of the respondents worry about AI accuracy. 81% worry about data security. Why it matters? The first trust gap is data reliability. Hallucination makes every output suspect. Each AI-generated artifact needs human review or automated checks, adding hidden cost to every task. The second trust gap is data control. As AI tools operate as black boxes, teams can't see where information goes and prove compliance. Enabling this traceability is possible, like private model sandboxing prompts, encrypted logging, but increases infrastructure and governance overhead. Long-term scalability requires trust data pipelines, verifiable outputs, transparent data handling, and a shared internal context where AI can act safely. Until that foundation exists, every AI productivity gain carries unseen cost in verification and control. AI agents were supposed to be the 2025 DevOps moment, but complexity, security, and reliability still blocks it. Only 14% developers use AI agents daily, and more than half say they don't have plans to do it at all. 2025 was hyped as a year when AI agents will go mainstream, handling the boring glue work like updating docs, triaging tickets, or testing code. Many compare it to the DevOps revolution where automation transformed how software was built and shipped. What actually happened? Complexity. DevOps worked because it automated predictable, rule-based steps. AI agents were messy, context-heavy, where meaning matters. The bigger the system, the more mistakes agents make. Security. Most agents run without clear limits. That means potential data leaks, a deal breaker for most teams. Reliability, the behavior isn't repeatable. Results can change from one run to another, so teams can fully trust the pipeline. What are the implications for mid-sized teams? Automation without shared context just creates more noise. Before agents can truly help teams need a unified view connecting requirements, codes, tests, clear security boundaries and data and actions. 3. Audit logs to see what and why they actually did things. Even if AI agents eventually become the DevOps moment for this decade, large context, reasoning, and security must come first. Otherwise, agents will automate confusion instead of progress. AI features are pretty much neutral when it comes to select tools. AI integration ranks last as a reason to adopt a tool, and last as a reason to stop using one. Why it matters? Despite the buzz, AI capabilities alone aren't changing buying behaviors. Usability, reliability, and cost are primary factors. Adding AI-powered features won't win adoption unless they deliver clear, measurable value. Faster work, fewer errors, better visibility. Otherwise, they're being ignored like any unused button. It clearly indicates that AI needs to move from novelty to utility. The question is no longer, does it have AI, but does the AI actually help to build better software? I'm sharing the link to the survey below, so let me know what you think about this in the comments.